Hello, this is the Insight Tarot by Stanislav Reshetnikov. I think I said that right. Hope I did. This is exciting. This deck is from Red Feather, and it is created by the student of Jung, which is exciting. I know some people really love Jung decks, and this is no different. The artwork is really good, and it comes in this really nice box. And the cards go in there and the book on top. So, here's the book. The book is full color. And it actually does a really good job with doing reversals on each card, which a lot of decks just completely goes away with. And it does, so here's Wheel of Fortune, gives you some quick words. And it gives you, like here it says, I achieved ability a countless number of times. When God wants to remain unknown, it is called an accident. You don't have to do anything, just fasten your seatbelts, breathe out and relax. Everything that happens is your destiny. Moreover, it smiles at you. And the upright position gives you some quick things like unexpected fateful situations, feeling with a feeling of losing control over what happens, luck, opportunities, uncalculated factors, and the reverse, repeated situation, return to the starting point, resistance to change, fear to risk, inappropriate moments. So you get that in the beginning, how to work with the cards, great pictures in the book, which are larger pictures of the major arcana. Kings, queens, conclusion, some great pictures. And you can contact him. His email is right there. He lives in Moscow, specializing in pharmacology and pharmaceutical marketing. Let's see, years of practical experience with the tarot. There's the book. So let's look at the cards. And I want to thank Schiffer Publishing, Red Feather MBS, for giving me this review deck. Here's the deck. So it is gilded. And here's the back. The back is sort of like this bluish color. And it is reversible. There's no signature, no copyright to be annoyed with. So let's look at the cards. The cards are glossy, a decent thickness. I mean, you can see that these are fairly thick cards. All of them, probably my one reservation is all the cards have this kind of border on them, which is kind of fantastical, sort of made up. It's interesting, but I don't know. Well, it's kind of adds something to the cards, I guess. I don't know. So we have the Fool. Right there. This exuberant pop. And if you look, each one, somewhere on the card, like that's Neptune. There's a zodiac or zodiacal correspondence. The Magician. This is what's on the cover of the box. I like how it's sort of a male, female, you don't know. The High Priestess. The Empress. This has to be my favorite card. It's gorgeous. How can you not like that? And here we have a symbol there for Mercury, right? Mercury. We have insects, bees, honey, nectar, the Emperor, Here we have Taurus there, so you can see. Just as like a little, here you go. Just to clue you in. Now with Jung, he dealt with the archetypes. And so we have the Hierophant, Keeper of Knowledge. Here we have the Lovers. So we have, I like this how it's not just like passionate love. There's money, dog, baby, winning something. There's a cup, reaching for it, completing oneself. Chariot. I like there's like a child with the chariot. Now in this one we have the black and the white horse. We have Pisces here, and the horses pulling at each other. Justice. Here we have a little person pushing the figures. We have a clock with its workings there. The Hermit. His little clasp. Almost like looking within, and the journey within. Almost this reminds me of like shadow work. This is very colorful. Wheel of Fortune. So you have these people sort of doing their thing, swirling. And if you're looking for the zodiac correspondence, there it is. Strength. Sort of a woman, the lion there. This one reminds me of Salvador Dali. His crucifix painting. I mean, you see a hanged man there, almost like he's been twisted and bent with 6 arms, which is pretty different. Here we have death. So we have death with the crone as well as a baby, but they don't look very happy. Almost like he's taking the old and pushing out the new. Well, it's a toddler. Temperance. Here we have the pouring of the water. Very peaceful card. I like the way the people are depicted. Humans, like I'm not human. The Devil. Puppets and strings. We have a theater going. The Tower. This one's different. This one, so we see this sort of tornado with these tearing away a cage or tearing away safety, but it's coming from within. It's a very different take on the Tower. The Star. This one reminds me of sort of like, I don't know, Peter Pan. We have a lighthouse. We have a ship that's floating in the sky. The Moon. So here, very odd take on the moon. It's almost like pieces of ourselves or people, different people, being reflected in our broken mirror. All aspects of ourselves or people that are, and we have the 3 moons. We have half moon, full moon. We have people just standing there staring. but they look like they're almost in anguish or scared. The sun, a man with a child, birds. You can almost feel the sun beaming out. It's because it's hazy up here, but more distinct down there. I'm not sure how these were created. It almost looks like, not water, could be watercolor, but almost like a pastel or a colored pencil, but you can't see the markings. Resurrection, judgment. I do like the font that's used here. So here we have sort of a opening of wings. The world. Surrounded by the zodiac and the symbol of infinity. And then we get the white card, which the white card stands for let's get it up. Yes, the white card. There it is. It means attention to God. I'm looking at you. I'm concentrated. I am concentrated in your meaning. I'm a blank page, which you're writing the history right now. I'm the frontier beginning. To whom much is given, much is expected. And this is very much a Jungian thing, this white card. And it is white card with no number. Just white card. So now we get into the suits. We have swords, cups, wands, pentacles. So this deck is 79 cards because we got that extra white card. And you can always take it out if you don't want to use it. But if you want to use it how it's intended, you get the white card. So it's up to you. So swords, we have air. These are fairly simple with some basic meanings sort of in the picture form. Like here. A little flower, different pieces of it. Here's some mounted swords. A red serpent. Upright swords. Seven of swords. We have a balancing sword with the horizon back there. We have a string, a rope wrapped around swords. So if you were to, the feeling of the sword, the 8, what would happen if you wrapped 8 swords with a rope? You know, what would happen? Would it break? Would it start to close in? How would that make you feel, a rope being tightened around your arms, tied to your body, feeling? Oh, and then the 9 of swords, we have blood on the swords dripping. They've been used. And then the 10 of swords, an interesting take on the 10 of swords with the sun and the moon, almost a balance with 10 up and down, the positive and the negative. Page of swords, just standing there, sort of, I like the expression on the face. Knight of swords, we have a black stallion, full armor. Here we have the Ice Queen herself, Queen of Swords. Look at that face. And then we have the King. I always like to see a modern interpretation of the King of Swords with like military medals. It really suits the King of Swords. And we go to Cups and Water. Cups. 2 of Cups. Splish Splash. I love the aqua blue. That blue is very pretty. Which reminds me of this, it does look like watercolor. I mean, just the way the background is put together. Mixing of the cups. 3 of Cups. Joyousness. The motion of the cup. Almost like you're toasting. 4 of Cups. Here we have growth. Sort of a sickly growth, though, with bubbling cauldrons of algae and goo, maybe. 5 of Cups. 3 spilt, but 2 are okay. Sort of ambivalent card to get. You're not appreciating what you have. You haven't lost everything. Very much a card of addiction, too. The feeling of addiction. Like you feel like you've hit rock bottom, but not quite yet. You have a whimsical little paper boat. Misty 7 of Cups. Sort of rainbow misty, but they're in water, sitting in water, so they're kind of, it's like an oil sheen. And we got a candle that's been snuffed out. 2 have been spilt. This one looks, I don't know if it's a shadow, but it almost looks like it's cracked. Maybe not. 9 of Cups. We have a feast. We have, they put, let's say that I'll make this up. We got little pieces of cheese. We've got some salami with some tomatoes. We have, what's the salami with the fat in it? Oh, I forget. Mortadella. We have mortadella sliced. I don't know why there's 2 things of mashed potatoes, but we'll say one's mashed potatoes and one is, I don't know. But that's too much butter to have in like a gravy boat. And we have a turkey or a chicken. It looks like a turkey. And then 10 of Cups. The sun, the dripping, almost like a champagne tower. Here we have little Lord Fauntleroy with little fish coming out of the cup. We have Knight cup. His cup is full. The horse is very kind of sedate. Hooves are on the ground. It very much mirrors what he's wearing. Queen of Cups, very dainty and young. Pleasing. Cup is full. King of Cups. His hands are very like he's sitting very proper. His legs, I almost expect his legs to be crossed at the ankle. He's sitting so proper. Cards of emotion. The chalice, the Catholic chalice that holds the blood. Now we go to Ace of Wands. It's interesting with the fire, you know, wands, batons are fire. Clubs. In locked cabinets, these wands, they must be so precious they can't be touched all the time. Look but don't touch. 3. It looks like cuttings that have been planted. We have a butterfly. Oh, here we have a lovely garden. We have a fat eggplant, sunflower, tomatoes. Not sure what else is in there. 5 of Wands, crossed, overlapping. A banner, the 6 of Wands. Seven of Wands. Here's the flying wands, 8 of Wands, zooming through the sky. 9 of Wands. One is in the shape of a house, and it looks like maybe one is special or broken or been mended. Ten of Wands, almost looks like bones in a Birkin bag. We have the Page of Wands. He looks like a right fool, hobby horse. His look on his face. I love the Page of Wands cards. I really do. I love the Page of Wands. This man looks like he's half an idiot. Speaking of the Page of Wands, I do not have the Hughes Tarot, and I love the Page of Wands and the Hughes Tarot. It's gorgeous. The Hughes Tarot, the art is amazing anyway. Hopefully they'll re-release it because it deserves it. Knight of Wands, he looks like a jockey with a whip. We got Elvis horse with the hair. I'm always bad at drawing horses. I'm not very good at, it's very difficult to draw animals. But horses especially. Queen of Wands. Which looks like a right bitch. Maybe not. Fiery Pistol Queen. Here we have, he has a ring, almost like you go up to him to kiss it. And he's very sort of, almost like his head is tilted back looking at you. Like, why are you bothering me? Now we go to Pentacles is the last cards. By the way, these actually flow really well. I haven't tried to shuffle them yet. I'm always with gilded edges. I'm always queasy about shuffling. And thicker cardstock. I really don't want it to split. So you won't see me shuffling these right now. We have Pentacles, which are of the earth. These are crowns. That's how they're depicted. Swirling crowns. This is like the card of the whimsy balancing. I think my favorite two of Pentacles is the Robin Hood Tarot with the swan ships. I think it's so, they're sailing in the sky, and you have a tightrope walker. 3 of Pentacles. Tools of the Trade. This is my card for the Capricorn and for my birthday. Even though we have 10 snips, chisel, and a hammer. Creative and crafty. 4 of Pentacles. Sort of the stingy with the money. 5 of Pentacles. Charity. I like how the bag has all been mended and they're not falling out of where it's been mended, they're falling out of the opening. Balance, 6 of Pentacles. A balance of maybe bills versus income. No more nor less. A balanced card. Oh, we have here some are sprouting. 7. Which is usually like a farmer type card. Here we have some that have been stamped out creatively. 9 of Pentacles, growth. Ready for harvest. You got the picket fence there. Here we have cogs that are all working, so they all, someone's not touching, but when one spins, they all spin. It's all this sort of microcosm of function, each one makes another one turn. Page of Pentacles, admiring your work, which I think a lot of us need to do more often. If we do something good, if people appreciate it, I think we should reward ourselves and acknowledge that yes, this was good. Feeding the horse, very sedate. Queen of Pentacles, kind of contemplative. And the King, kind of, he looks like a happier king in his green garb. That's it. That is the deck. You see, because of the cardstock, it's a thick deck. I mean, it's pretty thick compared to the Rider-Waite, which I have right here, my tried and true trusty. See how tall it is and how big they are. So what I'm going to do put this back in there. Put the book back in here. And it's got magnets. There. So this is the Insight Tarot, Stanislav Reshetnikov. And it's by Red Feather MBS, part of Schiffer Publishing. Anyway, that's the deck. What do you think of it? Do you think it's, what do you think of its use of the archetypes? What do you think of, is it tried and true to Jungian psychology? What do you think? It's the artwork is really nice. I am very impressed with the artwork. But anyway, I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy and happy. Thank you for watching. Other Schiffer books. If you go to schifferbooks.com, this is the Schiffer Publishing website, and you can go to books by subject. There's paranormal, UFO, folklore, as well as my favorite, tarot and oracle, and see what they have. There really is a little bit of everything here, so, and there's lots to look at, so please check that out. Thank you.